Excuse me, the board meeting is for executives only. The receptionist doesn't even look up from her computer when Camila approaches the Italian marble counter. Her tone is cold, automatic, like a rehearsed response. Camila grips her leather briefcase firmly and responds calmly. I have a scheduled meeting. Name? Dr. Camila Johnson. The receptionist finally looks up, her eyes scanning Camila from head to toe. The impeccable navy blazer, the executive briefcase, the natural hair styled in an elegant bun. Still, her gaze carries doubt. You're not on my list. Are you sure it's not the HR meeting? People sometimes get confused. Camila takes a deep breath. She expected this. Boardroom, 40th floor. I'll call to confirm. The receptionist dials a number, whispers a few words, and hangs up. You can go up, but you might want to double-check when you get there. In the mirrored elevator, Camila observes her own reflection. 15 years of career, 3 graduate degrees, 2 masters from abroad. Sustainable projects that revolutionized the market. Even so, she still had to prove she belonged in these spaces. The elevator stops on the 38th floor. 2 men in suits enter, talking loudly about million-dollar contracts. And then I told her that engineering projects aren't something women should mess with. I agree. Can you imagine if she was black on top of that? She'd probably want to add hip-hop to the blueprints. Loud laughter echoes in the elevator. Camila keeps her eyes fixed on the rising numbers. 40th floor. The glass door of the boardroom reveals an enormous mahogany table. 8 men in suits discuss numbers on a giant screen. None notice Camila standing at the entrance. The new CEO arrives today. They say it's a young woman. Must be some investor's daughter. Or married to one. You know how it is. I hope she understands the business. Women in command always cause problems. Camila knocks lightly on the glass door. Excuse me. 8 pairs of eyes turn to her. The silence is awkward. Richard Matthews, commercial director, stands first. I think you're in the wrong room. The cleaning staff meeting is in the basement. I'm looking for the board meeting. Impossible. This is an executive meeting. Are you sure you're not the new secretary? The old one was fired yesterday. Marcus Peterson, financial director, crosses his arms. Or maybe you're from the audit. Did they come to investigate the accounts? The laughter is low but audible. Camila walks to the head of the table and sets down her briefcase. May I sit? Look, miss. Richard hesitates. What's your name again? Dr. Camila Johnson. Doctor of what? Industrial cleaning? More laughter. Camila remains standing, hands resting on the table. Civil engineering, with specialization in urban sustainability and business management. Richard's smile wavers. Oh, you must be from the environmental consulting firm we hired, but you weren't supposed to come today. The environmental meeting is next week. I'm not from the environmental consulting firm. Dr. William Foster, the oldest director, slams his fist on the table. Then what the hell are you doing here? This company was built by serious men with family tradition. It's not a place for social experiments. The silence that follows is heavy. All eyes are fixed on Camila, waiting for her to bow, apologize, leave. But she simply opens her briefcase and removes some documents. May I continue? Camila removes documents from her briefcase with deliberately calm movements. Each paper is positioned precisely on the mahogany table. Interesting to see how you conduct meetings here. Richard leans forward, his tone more aggressive. Listen here, lady. I don't know what game you're playing, but this company is worth $800 million. This isn't child's play. $800 million? Camila raises an eyebrow. According to the numbers I have here, it's $743 million, a 12% drop in the last quarter. The silence is immediate. Marcus Peterson, the financial director, pales. Those numbers are confidential. How did... How do I know? Camila calmly flips through the documents. Maybe because someone did their homework. Dr. Foster slams the table again. This is invasion of privacy. I'm calling security. Please do. Camila's voice remains serene. That would be interesting. Camila continues organizing papers, ignoring the nervous glances exchanged between the executives. Did you know this company lost 3 major contracts this month? Charles Wilson laughs forcedly. Those are normal market fluctuations. A girl like you wouldn't understand. Girl? Camila smiles for the first time. Interesting. And what about the downtown plaza project that you delivered 6 months late? Charles's smile disappears. How do you know that? And the $15 million in fines for non-compliance with environmental regulations? Marcus stands, clearly agitated.
Disturbed. This information is classified. What are you here for? Blackmail? Blackmail? Camila chuckles softly. No, just conducting an evaluation. Richard tries to regain control of the situation. Whoever you are, you won't get anything here. This company has tradition, has history. People like you don't understand what it means to build an empire. People like me? Camila's voice grows colder. Explain that better. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Dr. Foster leans back in his chair, arms crossed. Look, we have nothing against people like you, but this is a serious traditional environment. We have our methods. Methods that include losing contracts and paying fines. Those are technical details. What matters is maintaining the company's essence. Camila walks slowly around the table. And what would that essence be? Charles responds immediately. Competence, seriousness, prepared people. Prepared like you? Exactly. People with real experience, not these quotas the government wants to push. Marcus nods in agreement. That's right. This isn't a place for politics. It's a place for people who truly understand business. You understand business so well that you lost the City Hall bid for not including sustainability in the project. The silence is sepulchral. And the state government contract, also lost due to lack of technological innovation? Richard stands, clearly irritated. Enough! Who the hell do you think you are to come here interrogating us? Camila removes more documents from her briefcase. Blueprints, contracts, financial reports. Crystal Heights Residential Project. Do you remember? Charles frowns. Of course I remember. It was one of our biggest successes. Success. Camila spreads the blueprints on the table. Foundation cracks after 2 years. Widespread leaks. $50 million lawsuit. That was an isolated problem. Isolated like the other 17 projects with structural issues. Dr. Foster stands abruptly. Where did you get these documents? This is confidential. Is it confidential or is it incompetence? Marcus tries to justify. Every construction sector has some problems. It's part of the business. Is it part of the business to build buildings that collapse? They didn't collapse. Not yet. Camila removes photographs from her briefcase. But the structural cracks in the Manhattan Tower are quite visible. The photographs circulate around the table. The executives' faces grow increasingly pale. Richard tries one last offensive. What are you here for? To blackmail us? Want money? Because you won't get it. I don't want money. Then what? Camila finally sits in the main chair at the head of the table. I want explanations. The room phone rings. Richard answers quickly. Hello? Yes, she's here. What do you mean? Are you sure? He hangs up, his face completely white. That was reception. They confirmed your identity. Camila smiles enigmatically. And? You really are an engineer. I always have been. Charles speaks up nervous. But what does an engineer want with our board? Maybe she wants to work here, suggests Marcus. She must be looking for a job. Dr. Foster shakes his head. Impossible. We don't hire people without the right profile. Right profile? You understand. Camilla stands again, walking to the window that offers a view of the entire city. I'll ask a simple question. Do you know who bought 51% of this company's shares last week? Total silence. No. Nobody was interested in finding out who the new owner of Magnus Construction is. The executives look at each other, clearly worried. Richard stammers, "The lawyer said it would be announced today." "Today," Camilla confirms. "Exactly today." The door opens. The executive secretary enters, carrying a golden folder with the logo of the city's most prestigious law firm. "Dr. Johnson, the documents you requested." All eyes turn to Camilla, who receives the folder naturally. "Thank you, Sarah. Could you ask Mr. Harrison to come up? It's time for the official meeting." The secretary leaves. The silence in the room is deafening. Richard breaks the silence, his voice trembling. "Dr. Johnson? What about me, Richard?" Dr. Foster stands, trying to maintain composure. "Is this some kind of prank? Some TV show?" "No, William. This is a business meeting." Camilla opens the golden folder and removes an official document. Johnson Engineering and Investments. Perhaps you've heard of it. Charles turns completely pale. "Johnson Engineering? The one that bought Millennium Construction last year?" "And Torres and Associates last month," Camilla confirms, "among others." Marcus stands abruptly. You are the Johnson from Johnson Engineering?" "CEO and founder, to be precise." Mr. Harrison, senior attorney, enters the room, accompanied by two
assistants. "Good afternoon, Dr. Johnson, gentlemen directors." Richard tries one last card, his tone still arrogant. "Counselor, I think there's been a misunderstanding. This person infiltrated our meeting." "Infiltrated?" Mr. Harrison smiles. "Mr. Matthews, Dr. Johnson is the new majority owner of Magnus Construction. 51% of the shares were acquired last week." The silence is deadly. Dr. Foster, still defiant, crosses his arms. "So what? Having money doesn't mean knowing how to manage a traditional company like this?" Camilla laughs openly. "Traditional? William, do you call a company on the verge of bankruptcy traditional? Bankruptcy is an exaggeration." "Is it?" Camilla opens another document. $120 million in debt, canceled contracts, accumulated environmental fines, lawsuits for defective projects. Charles still tries to argue, his tone defensive. "These are temporary problems. The construction market is difficult for everyone." "For everyone?" Camilla smiles. "My company grew 300% last year." Marcus, visibly nervous, whispers, How is that possible?" "Innovation, Marcus. Sustainability. Technology. Concepts you despise." Mr. Harrison removes a sealed envelope. "Dr. Johnson, the restructuring documents are ready." Camilla accepts the envelope and places it on the table. "Gentlemen, as the new CEO of Magnus Construction, I have some changes to announce." Richard tries to maintain his arrogant pose. "What kind of changes? Because this company has established methods." "Methods that led you to bankruptcy." Dr. Foster slams his fist on the table one last time. "We won't take orders from a... From a what, William? Complete the sentence." The silence is embarrassing. "From a competent black woman?" Camilla completes. "From an engineer with 3 graduate degrees? From a CEO who saved 5 companies from bankruptcy?" Charles tries a more diplomatic approach. "Look, maybe we can talk about a gradual transition." "Transition?" Camilla opens the envelope. "The transition already happened." She removes 8 identical documents and distributes them around the table. Termination letters, all signed by the board of directors, effective immediately. The expression of shock is universal. Richard picks up the document, incredulous. You can't. We have contracts. Contracts that include clauses for mismanagement and company damage. Marcus desperately flips through the document. This is persecution. We'll sue. Go ahead and sue. Camilla stands. But remember, I have all the documents that prove your incompetence. Dr. Foster, finally defeated, whispers, 15 years at this company. 15 years destroying what others built. The 8 executives remain paralyzed, the termination letters trembling in their hands like dead leaves. The silence in the room echoes like a funeral bell. Camilla walks slowly around the table, her steps echoing on the marble with metronomic precision. Tick, tick, tick. Each step resonates in the men's minds like beats of a guilty heart. Do you know what the difference is between you and me? Her voice is low, almost hypnotic. You see skin color. I see competence. Richard tries to speak, but the words die in his throat. The document in his hand seems to weigh tons. You see gender. I see results. Dr. Foster stares fixedly at the letter, as if the letters dance before his eyes, forming silent accusations. Camilla stops behind each chair, one by one, her presence like a shadow projecting over each guilty conscience. Charles, do you remember the engineer who was fired last year? The one you said didn't have the right profile? She designed the system that saved the Fifth Avenue building from collapse. Did you know that? Charles's breathing becomes irregular. The room seems to spin around him. Marcus, and that black intern you sent away, the one who didn't fit the company culture. Marcus clenches his fists but can't hide the tremor. He became the chief engineer of the country's largest sustainable construction company. His project won the international award. Camilla's words echo like hammers on each conscience. Boom, boom, boom. And how many other talents did you waste? How many brilliant minds did you drive away through prejudice? Mr. Harrison approaches Camilla, whispering, Dr. Johnson, the press has been notified. The press conference is scheduled for 4 p.m. The executives look at each other with growing terror. The realization of what awaits them outside hits like a cold wave. Press? Richard stammers. Of course, Camilla smiles. But it's a smile cold as cemetery marble. The story of how a traditional company was saved from bankruptcy by the one you tried to humiliate will be educational. Dr. Foster stands staggering. You planned all this. Planned? Camilla tilts her head. Or did you dig your own graves with every prejudiced word? The truth hits them like a lightning bolt.
Lightning. Every insult, every joke, every look of contempt, everything was recorded by Camilla's relentless memory, like a silent tribunal documenting their crimes against humanity. Sarah returns to the room with a cardboard box. Dr. Johnson, security is waiting to escort the gentleman out. Camilla positions herself at the head of the table, her silhouette outlined against the window like a figure of justice. You have 15 minutes to collect your personal belongings. Charles tries one last plea, his voice broken. Please, our families, our careers. Your careers? Camilla's voice echoes with the coldness of a final sentence. How many careers did you destroy? How many dreams did you bury? Marcus stands unsteadily like a man in a nightmare. This can't be happening. It's happening, Marcus, and it will continue happening. Every company I buy, every boardroom I enter, you will be remembered. The prophecy resonates in the room like an eternal echo. One by one, the executives leave the room, carrying their boxes like condemned men marching to the scaffold. Their steps echo down the corridor,
each sound a reminder of their downfall. Camilla remains alone in the room, observing through the window the city that now knows a new lesson. Sarah approaches. "Dr. Johnson, Magnus Construction is officially under new management." "No, Sarah." Camilla smiles, finally with genuine satisfaction. "Magnus Construction is officially under human management." Outside, the distant echo of prejudiced voices transforms into whispers of change. The nightmare of the powerful becomes the dream of the oppressed. And in the city, 8 men forever carry the weight of a lesson they will never forget. Prejudice digs its own grave.